happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Mayfield. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Was Sean Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback. In motion left, Godwin. After one, it's 9-0. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position.
Right, 60 red. 60 red. Ready?
Here's Love. His throw caught right around the 6. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Ready?
Now Love. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Packers are able to widen their advantage. Now McManus for the extra point. And that will make this a 16-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. And 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this 1st half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
2nd and 10. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And this one is incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Mayfield. He'll try and do this himself. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
4th down.
Real. Scott.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
Well, 2 snaps ago, I don't think anyone thought a safety was on the table, yet it happened. They cut him on back-to-back plays, breaking through the line. No amount of evading was going to save him from a sack on either play. And on the last one, he ran too deep into the end zone to set up the safety.
And bringing up the past, baby, you know that you better than that. I don't got time to deal with the drama. I bought the Chanel and I got your back. I promised that I would've never gotten phoned if I knew I would get so attached. I promised that I would've never hit the road if I knew that you weren't coming back. Was it too much to ask for? You know that I had you. You know that I would've did anything, anything that you asked for. You know that I had you. I know that you know I gave you everything.
Stressing, quit stressing. You should already know how I'm stepping. Saying you want love for the essence, this time I'll be the one to address it. No ABCs, but I got that for your efforts. New Van Cleef for the necklace. Being that voice in the trenches, so tell me what's your preference?
They've been dealt one of their toughest matchups early in the season, but there is hope. One of their coaches has found what they think is a key weakness. The decision now, how exactly to exploit it.
Take the first, you keep them coming. We know a lot about turning nothing to something. We doing big things, ain't never bluffing. Top of the world, ain't no doubt in mine, it's about time. Whoa. Hey, what you know? Hey, crashing out, but my pedal is to the floor. Whether in the clouds or down below, all I wanna do is hear you get loud. So get loud.
To you cowards, then it's gonna be quick. Oh, you men have been to jail before? And all them other cats you run with, get done with, dumb quick. You gon' approach the dog with some bump, right? They go to click, now I'm 1-1. All over some dump, ain't that some? It's the mommy of club. 'Cause every time you come around, it's like, I just gotta get my. And I don't know who the you think you talking to, but I'm not him, right, Slim? So watch what you do, or you gon' find yourself next to someone else. And we all thought you loved yourself, but that couldn't have been the issue. Or maybe they just saying that now 'cause they miss you. Try to diss you, that's why you laying on your back, looking at the roof of the church. Preacher telling the truth and it hurts. Y'all gon' make me lose my mind. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me go all out. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me act a fool. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me lose my cool. Up in here, up in here. Off the chain, I leave soft in the brain. Still want the fame, off the name. First of all, you ain't rap long enough to be with me. And you ain't strong enough. So whatever it is they got you thinking that you Superman. I got the kryptonite. With my the mic, that's characters, not even good actors. What's gonna be the outcome? Let's add up all the factors. You act, you twisted, your girls are you broke, the kid ain't yours, and everybody know. Your own man say you stupid. You be like, so I love my baby mother, I never let her go. I'm tired of weak whining over that don't belong to them. What's wrong with them? It's up for real, like my mans in them, who get it all in the strength of their hands with them. Man, y'all gon' make me lose my mind. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me go all out. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me act a fool. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me lose my cool. Up in here, up in here. I bring down rain so heavy it hurts the head. No more talking, put them in the stand. You keep walking, that you trying to end up. Cause if I end up fed, I end up. Cause you just soft type. What? Fake up north type. It's like a soft fight. Dog is a dog, blood's thicker than water. We done been through the mud and we quicker to slaughter. The bigger the order, the more we run out. When up in there, everybody come out. When the body burn out, sun in the sun out. I'ma keep out. Running his mouth, I'ma flung out. Listen, yo, it's about to be. You know who gon' find you? Some old man fishing. Grandma wishing you'll the rest. But it's hard to digest with the sound of your chest. Y'all gon' make me lose my mind. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me go all out. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me act a fool. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me lose my cool. Up in here, up in here. 1, 2, meet me outside. Meet me outside. Meet me outside, on my don't meet me outside. Meet me outside. Meet me outside, on my big ball. Don't meet me outside. Meet me outside. Meet me outside, on my don't meet me outside. Meet me outside. Meet me outside, on my street people. Meet me outside. Got y'all bouncing again, bouncing again, bouncing again. Man, that's got you bouncing again, bouncing again, bouncing again.
Well, the Giants began play all the way back in 1925. And almost 100 years later, this venue was built to house their next era. MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Straight ahead is what should be a very entertaining matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the New York Giants. The holidays have arrived. Thank you for spending a part of them with us. We're away in Week 16 on EA Sports. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Get up. 70 Lions. Go, Chaps. Go, Chaps.
Jacobs gets it to start the drive. Let's have the defense will take this today. They're across the line, handing him a loss. First play of the game. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock Hewitt, who got to have short memories. You tell me these two defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
He's going to throw this one. Looking right, and he finds him. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there, and there's nothing this defense can do.
3rd and long, they're going to throw. This gets the 1st and more. Get some space around midfield. It's a 29-yard gain. And it's good for a New York 1st down.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
To throw here on 1st down. Completed over the middle. And they make the stop, we're going to say about the 37-yard line.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. Shotgun give now to Jacobs. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
Hey, I know the temptation is there. If I'm thinking in the booth, I know that play caller is too. That could have been a chance to be aggressive. Not the case. Go get the 1st down like they did, and a new set of downs to work with.
1st down, and they go right back to it. He's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Throwing it on 2nd down. And the defense making a play on this opening series. That one is knocked away, and that brings up 3rd down. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
Throw here, 3rd down. Finds him over the middle. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And the Giants are going to have the 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Running on 1st here with Jacobs. It's inside the 10. And he's stopped as we get closer to our 1st points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
Okay, don't think for a second this is time to step off the gas. You can feel this defense right there on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. Goal to go. It's a pass play. And he has the New York touchdown. The Giants finish up an excellent opening series. And they've loved the scoring production he's brought out of their offense. That touchdown gives him 10 on the season. That one splits the uprights. And the Giants will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. Return coming from the 6. This makes it up to the 25. Minnesota into formation. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
There's a dive up the middle. Well, maybe the rest of the game is going to be headed in the proper direction, Brock, but their first play winds up going backwards. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Run lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. Back to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
From the gun on 3rd down. Throw left side, complete. And they're going to touch him down as they wind up with a nice gain on that play, and they got a new set of downs, too.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. His game is stopped on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. The Giants in control so far. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. Now for the second quarter to begin. Vikings in control of it. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Caught, nice game left side. And they stop it. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Ball is caught. And he goes out of bounds as everyone turns to hear from our referee. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. So after they march out the 5 yards, here's 1st and 15. I'll throw it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack quickly changes the tone of this series, Brock. It's 2nd down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go. Let that pass rush get home.
After the sack, let's see what the offense does here. 2nd and 18 coming up. The motion to receiver left. Trying to throw this from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
3rd down, line to gain 9 yards out. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. He only gets a couple yards there, well short. It's 4th down. So the Vikings sending out the field goal team here. This is going to be a 32-yarder from the left hash. One of the league's elder statesmen knocks it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
They were able to answer a score with a score. Maybe not to tie the game, but to certainly turn some of the momentum.
they've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. He fields it from the 8. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
It just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. Gone just a yard shy of midfield. First and 10. Back to throw now. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far. Well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Jacob. He's almost to the markers. His effort takes it to the 40. Third down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly when he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. One's cut along the left sideline. And this is going to get them all the way into the red zone. He's taken down at the 13-yard line. You keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. He brings it in. Play is brought to a halt. They're going to say at the 5-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
19, let's go. 70, check smash. Let's be 19. Check go.
Now looking to throw. And got his man. Touchdown, New York. The Giants grow their lead just before halftime. And with that score, he's reached a benchmark he's long had his eye on. 30 touchdowns in one season. He's going to come away pleased with how well he has played to put up that kind of number this year. That's up and through for the point after. And the Giants drive their lead to 11. The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. Return starts at the 3. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Completed to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable. And creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
3rd down from the gun. Moss fires the football, complete. And he is stopped with authority there, but that stop came later than they'd like as he gets a good bit and that 1st down. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota. So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Dive play straight ahead. And it's a nice gain on the run, aided by that broken tackle. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this piece down.
2nd down, looking for options. Catch is made by the rookie from Notre Dame. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. The Vikings out of the hurry-up need everyone back to the line. On first down, they'll run. It is charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Rolling from the gun here. It's his running back. And he's out of bounds, just short of the 30. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
New set of downs for him from the 31. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Vikings out of the hurry-up need everyone back to the line. They're throwing it. He has room past the 25. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Minnesota spends its 2nd time out here. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Here's the one back on the handoff. And he'll bring it to the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings make it a 1-score game before halftime. Manage that clock beautifully. Down to the final moments, Brock, and they get the score just before halftime.
That doesn't change the theme of the halftime speech, but I guarantee you it adds some enthusiasm to the tone. That was awesome.
Right here. Here we
The
go.
Vikings will line up for the
All right, they're going to throw for it. And they get the 2-point conversion. Nice catch in the end zone there. They're back within a field goal now. Oh, it's a favorite of NFL teams and armchair quarterbacks alike, partner. The quick slant. It is so tough to defend that close to the goal line, and this time it works for 2.
It sure is. It's one of those plays that I think Bart Starr was running in the 60s, that slant route. When you incorporate it with the threat of a fade as well, that's when it becomes so effective. But you get inside that DB, you show.
Oh, baby, he gets rocked, and the ball is out. And they steal it back on the return. And Minnesota returns this to the end zone. Touchdown! The Vikings take the lead just before halftime. That is the type of hit Brock delivered precisely to separate him from the football. And good luck to anybody trying to hold on through that.
And if you get a fumble on a return, a lot of times with how the personnel is displaced in position, you could find a lane for an immediate return. And sometimes, well, that open space even extends the whole way to the end zone for 6.
Into a ton of traffic, and this one's intercepted. Really seemed like they were trying to get as much momentum as possible out of that series of events, didn't it? Big play like a fumble return, Brock. They wanted to add another big moment with that 2-point try.
Yeah, I don't mind that at all, even if they did fail. Kind of like a big play we see all the time, right? The offense will get right back to the line. Don't let that defense breathe. I don't mind it, even if the execution wasn't there.
Here's the final play of our first half. He'll throw it. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. As this at the 6. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10. Running it down out of the gun. Some good running here as he gets him 7 on that 1st down carry.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
After that little 8-yard scooch, here comes 2nd and 2. Back-to-back carries here. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. It's a gain of 11 there. That picks up the 1st.
What a great sign to start the 2nd half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
So 1st down from the 41. Pass play now. Moss hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Back now, pressure coming. Looking right, and he finds him. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. They gain 11 on that play, and the Vikings are going to have a 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
1st down now, ball at the 33. Lone back gets the handoff. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota. Give it to him again. No repeat success of that last run as he only is able to get back to the line on this play.
Big man up front said, "Not in my house." Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this: it's over. Over.
2nd and 10, back to throw. Short pass brought in. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
They'll run it here on 3rd down. And he's going to have enough for the 1st down, not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
Right here, Kate, this is where I'd love to see a team go no huddle. You just ripped off a great run, a momentum-changing run. Now get back to the line and don't let that defense breathe.
19.
They'll try and punch it in. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings grow the lead coming out of halftime. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, Kate. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. Great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. Here's a return from the 7. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
At their own 21-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
They're going to try and throw it here. And this one's not going to connect. Knocked away, and that failure to connect, Brock, means it's third down.
He was covered by Jamal Adams.
Working now from the gun. Has it downfield near the boundary. And he's going to be pushed down up near that 40-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first. New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. They'll go play action on first down. He put everything he had into this one. He's got it inside the 25. The Giants start the second half with some needed points.
Those front office personnel people love to pair speedy wide receivers and ask their coaches to do just that. Put some play action in there. Let him go run. Because with this speed, that route is a winner, winner, chicken dinner.
For the 2-point conversion.
Looking to throw here. And this is going to be caught, so they get the 2, and now trail by only 2. Well, he just caught them the touchdown, Brock. Defense obviously aware of him as they line up for 2. How did they lose him? How did they get it right back to him for the conversion?
Because he's that good. In moments like this, Kate, it's not even about the play, it's about the player. And when you got a player of this caliber, you find every way to get it to him. And just because he scored the touchdown doesn't mean you don't go right back to that well. I love it.
We're through 3 on this holiday weekend. It's Vikings ball, working to carry this lead through to the end. Minnesota in the formation. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go,
Throwing from the gun. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. So 20 yards on that play. And the Vikings are going to have a first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Running right side. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable. And it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Looking for a pass on 2nd and short. Catch is made down the right sideline. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. 25 on that play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
They'll run here on first down. Winning their full steam ahead, but they ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's a middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
19,
quick hitter. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Trap 60, let's go.
He'll look to throw. Throws caught. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal.
Hawk 70.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
That sure looks like a terrific call after you dial it up, because the execution was awesome by everybody. You get that kind of run on 1st and goal, it sets the table for more success.
Gets it again. And he's backed up again as they stop him for another loss. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane.
They did it! He made the interception! He's off to the races! He's at midfield! And the Giants have some new life in the 4th! There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a 1-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now. They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown and check down and throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down. Well, they've certainly got the field goal in their back pocket, but they're going to try for the touchdown first here and goal to go. They'll run. Jacobs. So much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Backed up to the 8 here. It's 2nd and goal.
65, 70,
Throwing now out of the shotgun. Brings it in. Touchdown, New York. The Giants have taken the lead late. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
He'll look to throw it. And he's going to get in. The try is good. Their lead stretches to 6.
That's about trust. Trusting your QB is going to make the right decision on these crucial scoring plays. He found his read, and he made the connection for 2.
The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. Returning it from the 4. He stopped on the run back at the 27. Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10. Running this one left. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Setting up to pass. Has the open man downfield. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st down.
Just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times you see the backs out of the backfield or just run the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the first down.
Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Clock inside of 50 seconds now. 2nd and 10. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down. Vikings out of the hurry-up, need everyone back to the line. The Giants using their first timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Wary of the clock here, Brock, but at least all their timeouts are still available. It's 1st and 10. Handoff now from the gun. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
Okay, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Here he is to throw. Catch is made in close. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2, and that sets up 1st and goal. Minnesota spends its 2nd timeout here. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal.
You know these teams, they track every step of their players. Many of them wear GPS units in their uniform to track how much mileage. I don't care what the stat sheet said and how long that game was. That dude ran a long way, all the way across the field. But it paid dividends.
And he gets in. It's a touchdown. What a moment. They can likely win it on the extra point now.
That is what I call emptying the tank right there, baby. Giving him all he had. He's not a running quarterback by trade. He's creative. He just made him pay.
They have this try now to put them in front late. Timeout called, and that's going to be the 2nd for New York. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal. Now on for a likely game winner if he can hit it. And he gets the extra point, and that kick gives them the 1-point lead right near the end of this game. And now we'll get a pause here. Trainers headed out to take a look at an injured player. Let's hope it isn't anything that's going to keep him from finishing this season strong. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. The Giants are going to call their final timeout here. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. To the air now on 1st and 10. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10. Okay, ready?
Pass play coming here. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And the Vikings make the play that should win them this game.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
No timeouts remaining here, partner, so they can just run out this clock. Line up the design keeper. So the Vikings pick pick up the win on the road. Well, Brock, we both thought coming into this one that it was going to be a tough hill to climb going up against one of the better defenses in the NFL. But these guys looked and said, Hill? What hill?
And you know what? I think that happens over the course of this week. Sometimes when you know what you're facing, Kate, and you're watching tape and it's a really good defense, you know you got to be on your game. And this offense certainly was today.